We start out with the latest on the shutdown. I don't even know where to start. So the government shut down. Donald Trump blames the Democrats. The Democrats blame Donald Trump. And here we are. John, you want to bring us? I mean, I can tell you that we could say everything we want about all of this, but I'll let you, as as a guy who's been down at Congress and covered it, your take on it. So you're
Yeah,
up and batter up.
yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good summary. I had to step away for 2 weeks to do some business, and you guys shut down the government, and Trump's got his foot on the gas. He's taken everything to the extreme. So it's been a hell of a 2 weeks. Nice job while I was out. You summed up the situation. Everybody, the blame game, that was the media narrative one day last week. They were, got to have a new one every day. So that was as good as we could come up with. I guess that was Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. The blame game. There's plenty of blame to go around here. Donald Trump and the Republicans, they are not wrong that they put up a bill that was styled exactly like the clean, quote unquote clean, meaning it didn't have any conservative policy provisions that Democrats would have objected to. It was just a clean extension of the funding to November 21st. And that is what Democrats had done over the last decade when they were in the majority. So Republicans do have a point there. This is a Schumer, Pelosi, clean CR. It's that same style that those two used. Where they're wrong or misleading, they were always going to have to, that too. They were always going to have to get 7 or 8 Senate Democrats to vote for the thing to keep the government open. And Senate Democrats picked a hostage here. They picked the healthcare subsidies. It's really complicated. It's not like everybody depends on these things. It will affect everybody's premiums if they expire. But that's where the deal was always going to be because they were expiring and they've expired. So Democrats were always going to have to take that hostage. It's not the hostage they wanted to take, but the calendar just worked out. So Republicans and Trump are misleading everyone in saying that Democrats,
they want illegal aliens to get free health care.
Right. And they're saying that too. So they're misleading in a number of different ways. They were always going to have to cut a deal on the subsidies. That's probably still the way out here. Next week, week after that, maybe sometime in maybe Halloween, this shutdown ends. Who knows?
Sometime before the end of the year.
It is always going to be a deal on extending those healthcare subsidies. They have 3 Senate Democrats who have voted with Republicans. They need 4 or 5 more. And, it could be, in the old days, it could be something
Let's stop and explain that for a second. The subsidies they're talking about go back to 1996, I believe. And the bill is basically based around, and I give Andrew Feinberg, our buddy at where is he these days? He was at the Independent, who was in the briefing room and asked the question. It boils around the Republicans are saying that the Democrats want free health care for illegal immigrants, which is a patent falsehood. Basically, what it boils down to is that if you show up at an emergency room, if you need emergency health care, you cannot be denied. And it was made for poor Americans. That it was written into it. So if you show up, you're a gunshot wound victim from one of those wonderful mass shootings that we seem to have every other day, that you can get cared for whether or not you have health care. They don't ask you. They just bring you in. They take care of you. Do some illegal immigrants get that health care? Yeah, but do you want to deny them emergency services?